Hey everybody, it's Samir Jones, back with a new video, vehicle preparedness. Um, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I was able to ring in the new year at a shooting range, shooting a bunch of different guns, had a good time. It was cool because the range we went to, and there was a lot of rain the night before, and so the range looked like no man's land. So, and you World War One fans out there, I think you would appreciate the sight that I got to see for I think it was like 600 yards all the way down the range. But so you guys know I like to do my recording in my truck, and you guys always see things like the axe, or I have a shotgun or something like that sitting in the gun rack for various videos. And it's a way of it's kind of a way of demonstrating a sense of preparedness. Now, do I always use the axe or any other things like that? All the time? No, I don't. Really, the axe really doesn't get used, but it's good to have. Um, if you think there's situations where splitting wood or even breaking a window may be something that you would have to do. So I have a tool like the fire axe on the gun rack. But I'm doing this video because I actually just read an article that reminded me about vehicle preparedness. Now, I haven't done a prepping video in a long time, but that doesn't mean I've stopped prepping. I just basically incorporate it into my day-to-day life. And going back to preparedness, in my truck, so everybody knows my truck is diesel. I keep around 20 gallons in spare cans because I have to commute to work, and just in case I ever I have to go somewhere off my route or make an extended trip, and I don't want to pay the real high prices, I have extra fuel that I carry with me. So that's one form of preparedness that you can utilize. If your vehicle allows for it. But I'm doing this video because I'm going to share. I'm going to leave a link in the description box to this article I came across. And it was about the snowstorm in Virginia. In fact, I got a buddy who works. He commutes to Virginia, and he showed me a picture of. He was showed me a picture from Monday. He was stuck in his hotel room in Lexington. I think he says and he was in Lexington, and it was just snow everywhere. An article I read stated that there were cars stuck in traffic for about 16 hours after a semi jackknife on I-95. I'm familiar with I-95 because living in South Carolina, I've gone up and down that highway ever since I was like 2 years old, 2 or 3 years old. So I'm very familiar with it. And there was a section in Virginia where the snow was. With a truck and jackknife, people were stuck in their cars, and the article was basically detailing the accounts of people who were in that traffic jam, how cold it was, how they had to, try to eat but not drink. There was someone who commented saying they had to eat but not drink anything because they weren't sure they can actually create a makeshift bathroom. I think it's good to have ways of doing your business if you have to pull over to the side of the road and there's no bathrooms available. Pretty sure many people shudder at the thought of pooping in the woods, but I think just having something on standby that can temporarily take the place of a toilet can offer some comfort should the time to go strikes you, especially if you're if you're out in the middle of nowhere. So like in my truck I generally have 5-gallon buckets, so something like that can work. There was also, there were people saying that in the article they stated there were people upset. Thankfully, no one died, but there were people upset, with the governor. Which this goes back to preparedness, having a mindset geared towards preparedness, where where you basically you've thought of all these things beforehand, so as something does happen, you're not solely relying on someone else to come rescue you. And there were people that they took to Twitter mad at the governor, saying why he didn't deploy the National Guard. And think about the National Guard. It would take some time to actually get there because of the snow and the fact that it rained. It rained the night before, so it's kind of stretching it. It's pretty much stretching it to think that the military or the government is going to come and save your ass when it actually would benefit you more to have that stuff set aside for yourself. there was also a situation where I think it was Amtrak. There were passengers on an Amtrak train. They were stranded because I think it was because of the weather, and they noted also in that article that the toilets overran, but they were able to get food. Again, having a way of dealing with waste is very important because a lot of diseases can spread. If waste isn't not properly taken care of. So this is one of the things I just basically wanted to bring up to you guys. If you travel a lot and you haven't really thought much about it, which I'm pretty sure if you watch my channel, you already got yourself covered. But if you're new to this preparedness thing, then I think it's good to think about your vehicle. Do you have spare fuel? Do you have spare tools for common problems like tire going out? Like, do you have a jack and a tire iron? I personally have a four-way tire iron because it may not be my vehicle that's I have a blowout on, but maybe someone else's, and they may have different lug nut size from mine. So a four-way tire iron is good to have for other vehicles. Uh, do you have jumper cables? Plenty of times I've encountered situations where I may needed a jump, or someone else will needed one. Do you have food and water, toiletries? I keep that kind of stuff in the truck as well. If it's behind the seat, I have some dried food, some water, just whatever I can keep in this small space in this truck. And, I generally as for my go bag, as well my day-to-day bag, I normally have water or just a change of some type of change of shirt, something like that. I also keep like a change of socks if I'm doing an extended trip because I understand keep your feet dry, keep your feet warm is very important. Or just some things to think about. If you were to find yourself stranded, whether it be due to the weather, or car issues, or everyone's favorite scenario, some type of civil upheaval. Could you hold out in your vehicle for some time um, before help arrives, or before you come up with a plan to get yourself to safety? So that's one of the things I think is a good to think about. Having your vehicle set up for preparedness. But please share your thoughts. What do you think? Think this is a stretch? I'm thinking a bit too much about this kind of thing, or is actually some good ideas? Please share your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, go to our YouTube homepage, look for the Give Up That Cheese button, and you can take it to PayPal. All amounts are appreciated. I love donations, and not just for myself, but for other people. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. That's my video, Vehicle Preparedness. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care, be safe, stay strapped, and God bless.